I want to bring someone into the conversation who hopefully will back me up, because joining us on Skype, board-certified psychiatrist and co-host of Marriage Boot Camp on WeTV is Dr. Ish Major. So, Dr. Ish, will you back me up? I had a friend during my training who would regularly disappear in a busy environment and then come back he was busy, and come back, and it created such an awkward work environment for me, because I knew, and they're both still working with me the rest of the night.
This is what
awkward.
he wanted. He wanted the attention. He wanted everybody to know.
You know, other than other than sex at the workplace being fun and new and exciting and adventurous and all those things, there's really nothing that great about it, right? So the best way to avoid these office romance problems are just to avoid them altogether. I come down on Dr. G's side with this. You know, Dr. B, you are in the minority. You're in the minority. Most of the times it just doesn't end well.
Then what is your advice? Like, let's say you do have an office workplace romance and it doesn't end well. Then how do you handle it? How do you continue to work with that person?
Well, you know what? When it comes to breakups, the best way to get out of that relationship is to handle it the exact same way you went into it, and that's with love, and that's with kindness. Because remember, this workplace relationship, one of the cool things about it is you've got a captive audience. Once it's over, the bad part is you're now the one being held captive. And so you want to have those good working relationships once it's...
And in today's workplace, so many laws, rules, and regulations in place about the workplace and employment law that I don't think it's worth it.
If you're having a sexual relationship with a direct coworker, I don't think there's any way it ends well short of marriage, because someone will get hurt and it will end up affecting the workplace, and it may even go beyond that, because the truth is there are so many elements of hierarchy. That to me is where, Dr. Ish, you run into trouble, because look, it's not all fun and games when there's this element of coworkers, hierarchy, and I don't even want to begin to think about it.
I think especially in this era right now, I think your point is very well taken. That it's one thing, I met my husband, we were colleagues on the same level. I think 1 in 10 people having sex at the workplace are having sex with their boss. And in this era of Me Too, you really have to watch for that, because it may not be a consensual, equal relationship. People may be trying to sleep to get ahead in both genders, and there may be a lot of manipulation and power struggles that come into play there too. Like, what if you don't want to continue this relationship, but your partner is your boss, and then you're worried about breaking it off because you're worried about getting fired?
If you think it's okay to force someone into making a decision about their romantic life based on what they need in their work life, then you're wrong. And so, as you guys touched on it, the Me Too movement has at the very least made us more aware of why this is such a horrible thing to do, and hopefully less likely to engage in it, because oftentimes the power struggle is there, the positions aren't equal, and so that's just not a cool thing to do.
Why do you think people are engaging in these risky behaviors?
Well, because it's new and it's fun and exciting. You know, one of the best things about being in a long-term relationship is you know what comes next. One of the worst things about being in a long-term relationship is you know what comes next, and you're bored to death. And so this is their way of spicing things up, but you've got to take that in-house, not out of house, and figure out a way to do that with your partner.
Well, Dr. Ish, this is why you're able to give so much advice, because in relationships alone they're difficult, but then you add in all these external factors. We really appreciate you weighing in on this.